In this video, we're diving into the 6 main rifles that define the most powerful armies on Earth. These are not just weapons. They are the backbone of national defense, representing decades of design, combat testing, and constant evolution. To make the comparison fair and revealing, we score each rifle on 3 real variables: reliability, modularity, and combat performance, each between 1 and 3 stars. This system shows clearly why one rifle outranks another. Stick around, the number 1 pick may surprise you. Coming in at number 6, the QBZ-191, in service with the People's Liberation Army of China. Introduced publicly in 2019 and rolled out gradually, the QBZ-191 weighs about 7.7 pounds, uses 30-round magazines, and fires the indigenous 5.8x42 cartridge, giving it an effective engagement window of roughly 547 yards for practical combat. The PLA chose the conventional layout to improve soldier ergonomics and optics fitment over older bullpups, and airborne and marine brigades have been early recipients. Its polymer and aluminum construction aims for a balance of weight and durability, and some field trials emphasized suppressor compatibility and improved trigger feel for precision shooting. On reliability, the QBZ-191 earns 2 stars. Modern engineering and factory QA make it dependable, but it lacks decades of combat seasoning. For modularity, it scores 1 star because domestic accessory ecosystems are still standardizing compared with NATO patterns, though new Chinese optics and laser modules are rapidly expanding options. In combat performance, it gets 1 star. The 5.8 round offers a balance of penetration and controllability, but long-term battlefield comparisons are still accumulating. All told, the QBZ-191 totals 4 stars, a capable new entrant that still needs longer operational time to prove itself fully. Coming in at number 5, the HK-Tavor 16F, used by the French Army. Officially adopted around 2017 to replace France's FAMAS, the HK-416F, in typical French infantry configuration, weighs about 8.16 pounds, uses 30-round NATO magazines, and with a roughly 14.5-inch barrel offers practical reach out to about 147 yards, while supporting cyclic bursts near 850 rounds per minute when required. The French Army equipped mounted infantry, mechanized units, and rapid reaction forces with digitized optics, and the rifle is commonly paired with IR aiming modules, underbarrel grenade launchers, and NATO standard night sights. Its aluminum receiver and hardened steel barrel resist wear across long patrol cycles, and French armorers emphasize barrel change intervals and corrosion control during desert deployments. The combat history explains the HK-416F's 3-star reliability. The short-stroke piston keeps the action cleaner and lowers heat-related stoppages. For modularity, it gets 1 star in this ranking because France standardized on a service configuration rather than fielding a vast array of factory variants, though domestic accessory kits are available. And for combat performance, it earns 1 star. Its ballistics and ergonomics are solid and dependable in missions, offering consistent zero retention and good suppressed performance. The sum is 5 stars. Coming in at number 4, the IMI Tavor TAR-21, closely associated with the Israel Defense Forces. Designed for urban and close quarters combat and widely adopted by IDF infantry and special units since the 2000s, the Tavor, in a typical field setup, weighs about 7.94 pounds. Feeds 30-round 5.56 NATO magazines, and retains an effective combat reach near 328 yards in real-world conditions. Israeli doctrine favors short engagement windows and rapid room clearing, and the Tavor's bullpup layout shortens overall length while preserving barrel length for velocity. Construction uses reinforced polymers and chromed barrels to resist corrosion, and newer export variants include quick-detach optics mounts and improved gas systems. In reliability, the Tavor scores 2 stars. IDF service records show it survives dust, heat, and extended field use with low failure rates. Its modularity also scores 2 stars, because modern Tavor families offer conversion kits and accessory rails that expand roll flexibility. And for combat performance, it earns 2 stars. The rifle's balance of compactness and full-barrel ballistics gives Israeli soldiers proven accuracy in urban fights and convoy escorts, with many soldiers praising its controllability in rapid transitions. Totaling 6 stars, the TAR-21 reflects doctrine-first design, compact, tough, and tailored to the army that uses it. Coming in at number 3, the FN SCAR-L, a multi-role rifle tied to special operations units worldwide and produced by Belgium's FN Herstal. The SCAR-L, in a common configuration, weighs about 6.9 pounds, accepts 30-round 5.56 NATO magazines, and the quick-change barrel system allows units to swap between carbine and longer precision profiles, delivering effective reach-up to roughly 656 yards when fitted with a longer barrel and match-grade ammunition. Special operations units value its full-length monolithic rail for consistent zero, and its aluminum upper and polymer lower Mary lightness with toughness. The SCAR's recoil impulse is mild for rapid follow-ups, and many SOF units pair the rifle with reflex sights for CQB and low-power variable optics for overwatch. For reliability, it receives 2 stars. The short-stroke piston architecture minimizes fouling and lends dependable function under sustained sorties. For modularity, it earns 3 stars. The SCAR was built around interchangeability, with barrels, stocks, and handguards designed for fast reconfiguration and accessory integration. And for combat performance, it rates 2 stars because its real-world accuracy and controllability make it highly effective in Overwatch roles and fast-paced engagements. With 7 stars total, the SCAR-L is a versatile, SOF-grade workhorse used by the Armies and Special Forces that demand rapid role changes. Coming in at number 2, the AK-12 fielded by the Russian ground forces. Representing the latest generation of Kalashnikov design, the AK-12 weighs roughly 7.5 pounds in common configs, feeds from 30-round 5.45 X39 or compatible 7.62 magazines depending on the variant, and delivers combat reach around 600 yards for trained marksmen when optics and improved ammunition are used. The AK-12 introduces Picatinny rails, ambidextrous controls, and adjustable stocks to a lineage famous for tolerance of environmental abuse, and Russian motor rifle brigades have used it across mechanized formations to standardize parts and training. Manufacturer emphasizes stamped steel receivers for simplicity and battlefield reparability, and the platform's muzzle devices and improved ergonomics reduce recoil for better semi-auto groups. For reliability, the AK-12 scores 3 stars. Kalashnikov heritage ensures operation after exposure to mud, snow, or battlefield neglect. For modularity, it earns 2 stars because, while accessory fitment is much improved, the platform still retains conservative attachment standards compared to Western AR pattern rifles. And for combat performance, it receives 3 stars. Improved sights, optics compatibility, and ammunition choices make it lethal and reliable under stress. Totaling 8 stars, the AK-12 stands as a modernized expression of the Russian Army's doctrine. Simple, lethal, and widely supported. If this technical breakdown is useful, hit like, subscribe for more weapons analysis, and drop a comment telling us if you agree with the scoring system, because your feedback will shape the next countdown. Coming in at number 1, the M4A1 carbine carried by the United States Army and many allied forces. The M4A1 in combat-ready configuration weighs about 6.4 pounds unloaded, uses 30-round 5.56 NATO magazines, and commonly runs a 14.5-inch class barrel with an effective practical range up to roughly 600 yards for well-trained marksmen using optics and match ammunition. The M4's defining trait is institutional integration. The SOP Modi and modernization programs standardize rails, suppressors and night vision mounts across units, and armorers emphasize barrel life cycles, gas tuning, and the use of chrome-lined chambers for durability. The AR pattern extractor and bolt design allow quick parts replacement in the field, and training doctrine in the U.S. Army prioritizes zeroing immediate action drills and scheduled preventive maintenance to keep rates of stoppage low. For reliability, the M4A1 earns 3 stars. Decades of iterative fixes and maintenance practices have made the system robust across theaters, from desert to mountain. For modularity, it scores 3 stars because its accessory ecosystem is essentially unmatched, enabling mission-specific builds. And for combat performance, it earns 3 stars as well. When paired with disciplined marksmanship, modern ammunition, and optics, the M4A1 produces consistent, lethal results across mission sets. The perfect 9-star total crowns the M4A1 as our top rifle, chosen by the US Army because doctrine, logistics, and the weapon system function as one. So there you have it. 6 rifles, each explicitly linked to an army that deploys it, each enriched with details about materials, optics, roles, field maintenance and deployment context, and each evaluated with coherent, consistent attribute logic. Reliability assesses field survivability and stoppage history. Modularity measures accessory and role flexibility, and combat performance judges real-world terminal and engagement effectiveness. Do you agree with this model and the added technical details? Which rifle would you carry into combat, and why? Tell us in the comments, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the format, and suggest the next top 6. Optics, suppressors, or Special Forces carbines perhaps. Until next time, stay sharp.